Welcome back. So in the previous recording we got started with using create react app to get your code structure for a single page web app, and as you can see here, this is what we have here, app to react app, and then we also connected it with AWS Amplify for deployment. So in this recording, what I'm going to do is basically show you how to actually use a very nice extension to help you with just having code snippets that you often use at the tip of your fingers, and then afterwards we will then start using the templates from Material React to create interesting examples that will help you get going with how to use React in real life. So the one main extension that you first want to install is this React Native React Redux snippets for ES6, ES7. So it's just go into your extension folder and search for React, and then it should be one that comes up. And so yeah, that's the one. But the one by eQuimper, code snippets for React Native React. Right. So how do we use it? So this is kind of basically it has like shortcut keys, shortcut keywords that you just type, and then it will automatically create the code for you. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do here is last time we had I just wanted to show you a quick example of a template based on React material. I'm just going to delete the code completely in the app.js page so that I can show you how to do everything from scratch. So let's open this. So as you see here, if I do IMR, it's just import React, right? And then the other thing that we'll need is we want to do the component class with constructor. That's going to be like the main structure of our code. So it's CC triple CS. Let's do that, triple CS. Yep. So class app extends component, puts constructor here for you, and the render. So pretty much your code is ready. So let's actually, we're going to test that. We're just going to do a simple div here, and we're going to do an h1 tab hello world, and okay, yes, we do need to import component as well. And this is one of the nice thing in Visual Studio Code. Whenever you see squiggly lines, there's a problem, so it tells you component is not defined. And actually yes, so there's another keyword here, mirc, right? So then we've already imported both, so we just delete that one. So this should give us a simple basic React app. Just loading here. There you go, hello world. Right, so that's pretty much, we've got our structure going here. And I think that's let's see if it does have life cycle. component did mount. Yes, good. Component. So these are life cycle events that come with React to allow you to execute functions based on the DOM updates. So the one that is most often used is the component did mount, which is what you'll want to execute when your component has rendered on the screen. So for example, you might want to load data from an API or something like that, check whether the user is logged in, etc. So CDM here, that's probably what we want to do here, and you're going to want to do that before the render method. So let's do CDM. There you go. So and we're going to do here console.log uploaded, right? So just look at what console uploaded. Right, so this is pretty much the general structure of our React app. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go to Material React Material, and I'm going to go to Getting Started and go to Templates. So in this first example, I'm going to start with hopefully over this whole series we'll be able to go through each one of those templates and add some functionality in the backend code to show you different different real life examples of using React and making it interactive. So let's start with the simple sign-in page. So this is the source code. I'm just going to open actual code. So as you see here, this is actually using the functional components model. We are here using the class component model, so we're not going to be able to copy everything exactly. What we'll do is the import, we're going to use the exact same components here, but we're not going to use the make styles. So let's import that, all the components, and we are going to return the same code here. So you will see here this copyright because it's not defined. So this is how you would define it here in the above your class. It's like you're defining a small component inside the same code. Container is not defined, it seems within import container. Yes, here you go. And let's add the copyright component at the top. So right, and we also have to use these classes. So the classes here is defined as a prop type. Right, I like to do it in a different way, especially So let me look at, basically the way I like to do it is in this way, right? So I define using constant styles, and I have to also use the with styles. So this basically allows me to use the styles definition model of Material React, which then allows me to use the kind of global variables from their theme, and then everything is centralized in the theme. And then in the future, if I want to customize the centralized variable, I just do it in one theme definition file, which we'll be able to see in future videos. So so this is where I'm going to now put these styles. I'm gonna replace it here, and of course now I need to then wrap my code here with styles, which you can do at the bottom here. So yes, right, so it's pretty much all I've added here is with styles, and then using the styles that we've defined here as the constant, and that's being passed through as a prop around the app component. So so then I still, because I need to define, because this is going to be passed as one big object, I need to assign an object directly to the styles so that I can then use it, you know, one definition. I can use it classes.paper, classes.avatar, classes.form. I don't have to define one separate for each one. So the way that you'll do it is, because this is passed as a prop, you'll define your constant here. So that's it, and then here's our React app, which is, you know, so let's now, so this is going to be our first example. So let's think about it for a second. So in a sign-in page, what are the things you want to do is, so first you want to, when the person will click signing, you want to take the values, and then you will kind of send this to an API that checks whether that user exists, and then will return you whether it exists or not. And then what you'll want to do here also is, when the person clicks remember me, you'll want to have a you know, you'll want to have your application know that, so that, you know, it will save it like into a cookie, so that in future it will load the email address and password saved. And what's going to happen when you click forgot password is it's going to like display a different view that allows the user to send a reset password request, and here what this one is going to open a different view that gives a sign up page. So let's kind of think about this. So basically what we can do, obviously we could have like, we could do this as a multi-page, but we want to keep this right now in a single page. So we're gonna have like a state variable that controls the different views of the app. So we'll have, for example, view signing. So let's call it, we'll define here a, we'll call it view. Let's call it current view. And then the default one is going to be sign in, right? So now what I want to do is I'm going to, so we're gonna leave all of this here. The avatar is gonna stay always in the view. So the only things that are gonna change mainly is they based on forgot password and don't have an account, is this section here from the email address to the sign in button, right? So that's going to be in different view. So let's see. So we have the form here. Alright, so we could do it pretty much. Yes, so that, I think the form will be a good place. So the way to do that in React, so obviously like right now this looks more like completely more like HTML, except like you will see these curly brackets. If you've done Angular before, that may look familiar, but yeah, in frameworks like Angular and React, whenever you want to specify variables into your HTML looking code, you'll do it using curly brackets. But here what we want to do, we want to do a logic based on a value, whether it's going to either show this kind of group of components or is going to show that other group of components. So we're going to do here, we're going to say current view is equal to this dot state, get the value of the current view, and current view here we're going to see current view, right? If current view equals to, or yeah, logically equal to sign in, then kind of, but it's basically what it means, like only do whatever's after the end, right, if this is true, right? So now there's one important point here, which is that you have to, whatever comes after a logical piece of code like this in React needs to be wrapped into one single element. So you couldn't have here, you couldn't have something like this, div one, right? You couldn't have where you would have one, if you want to say nested component, and another one, like they all have to be nested into one single basically tag. So you know, often I use a div, or here in this case using a form, so that's fine. And what I'm going to do is right click to format document, so to reformat things. So here you see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another view. We had said we're gonna have 3 views, I believe. So one for the signed in, one for sign up, and then another one for forgot password. So let's probably gonna be more in as we go along, but just leave this like that for now. And we're probably going to actually have, yeah, and then what we're going to do also, we are going to have a loading scheme whenever, okay, so again we're gonna have define loading here. So whenever the app needs to wait for whatever reason, either calling an API or something like that, so we're gonna, by default, loading will be false. And so the way normally I do loading is I'll just say if loading, I'll put it just in one place, so that the loading then view can be used for multiple different functions. So I'll do this loading, and then we're gonna, and one very nice component to use is the progress component, which is this one. So it's as simple as that. Circular progress, just gonna add it here. And of course we have to import it. Right, so just do format here as well. And what we are going to do here is we're gonna add an additional condition here where we're gonna say is not loading, right? Because we don't want these to display if these are not loading, right? So that's pretty much it here. Yeah, we do need the reason why it gives me this quickly, because I don't have anything here. So we're just going to say for now, let's do an h2, and let's say sign up view, and here we're gonna say forgot password view. Right, compiled successfully. So let's see, obviously nothing will change here, but just to show you, so let's just say this dot set state, I'm gonna change the value of a variable in my state. So I'm gonna say current view here, I'm going to set it to sign up after it's loaded, right? And now there you go, right? So obviously we're not going to be doing it in the component did mount in the future. It's going to happen on events, right? So I think this is probably a good start here for you to get an idea of that's just last thing I'm going to do here is just add response to an event, so yeah, actually that's going to be good. So instead of doing this changing the view in the current. Let's just add the thing for the forgot password. So don't have an account, sign up. So what we're gonna say is forgot password. What you're gonna say here is link, and then the link is going to say on click, and then we're gonna define a function execution. So this is how we do it, passing the actual function, and then normally you can pass the event here on click chain view. Right, chain view to sign in. Actually, what you could do, let's just do it simply for now, is we're just going to simply this dots do the actual function right here. So we're gonna do current view, gonna make the value forgot password, right? Oh yes, we want to remove this one, and then see forgot password, right? So it just clicked and went to the forgot password view, and then we would do the same here on sign up. Right, so sign up view, obviously we'll have to add something near to handle going back. So here you go, we've just kind of added some interactivity to our React app. In the next video, what I'm going to do now is basically I'm going to add state variables to hold the email address and password, so that when I click on the sign in button, I can grab those values and then check them with an external dummy API for now. And we also in future videos we're gonna create the views for forgot password and don't have an account, and I'm gonna quickly build these two sign up pages. Basically at the end of the series you'll have a complete sign in, sign up, forgot password, wired single web page component. Thanks for watching.